bag. Let's go. Your bag. You better get your bag. Your bag. You better get your bag. Yeah. Your bag. You better get your bag. Your bag. Fuck what you heard. Now you gotta get in your bag. So when you get cash, they mad. Don't try to bring my bag. You better get your bag. Your bag. You better get your bag. Your bag. Yo. The cat don't stop for nobody. Put up in a Porsche and I left in a Audi.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. Today is Thursday, March 27th. Today's video is going to be pretty interesting. I have 3 topics that I kind of want to give my thoughts and opinions on. So you guessed it, this is a thoughts and opinions video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment down below, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because that's important. And let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I have 3 topics that I want to talk about. And I just want to briefly kind of talk about them because I notice I talk too much and I just go on and on and on and on and on. So we're just going to cut it down, okay? So that way we can also have an open discussion and I don't say too much. Working on that. But so the first thing that I want to talk about is Jordan Peele. Now I know y'all think that I want to talk about the Us movie, which was phenomenal, by the way. I think that it was really, really good. I'm not going to talk about the movie though. I'm not going to discuss that or all of that. It was just really good. But I think that people that are saying that it was a bad movie is because 1, they don't understand it, and 2, probably because they went into it thinking that it was going to be like a scary movie, and I don't think that that's what it was. I think it was supposed to be more of like a thriller, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a difference between like thriller and scary, and so if you went into it thinking that it was going to be like a scary movie, like the old Michael Myers or Saw or something like that, then that's why you didn't enjoy the movie, because you thought wrong. But like I said, phenomenal movie. I really did enjoy it, and I need to go watch it again with like everything that I know now. And I usually don't rewatch a lot of stuff, so kudos. But so anyway, Jordan Peele. So what I wanted to say was, so it's been said that he doesn't plan to cast a white lead in future movies, and a lot of people are having like mixed feelings about that, like, oh, why not, and then some people are like, oh, yes. And the way that I think about it is I feel like that's kind of bogus, you know, like, why wouldn't you want to? Psych, he said what he said, and that's period. Use my excitement. But honestly, I feel like the man said what he said, and honestly, I appreciate that. And if I was in his position, in his shoes, doing what he's doing, I would have said the same thing. Like he said, I've seen that movie, and that's literal facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you also have to think about it from the standpoint, like, black people within the industry are not treated up to par with like their what do you call it, like their skills and their abilities and their, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, we've seen that movie. You know how many movies there are with white lead roles? Like, get out of here. I don't want to hear like all of that negative stuff and all of that, because he said what he said, and that's just period. And I feel like you need to, as being a black man in that powerful position, you know what I'm saying, it's important that you support other black people and give them those positions of power in that industry, and you know what I'm saying, to showcase their abilities and things like that, because they're not appreciated within the industry. You know, of course there's a lot of good examples that you could bring up and stuff like that, but there's also you know, there's also a lot going on with those people, you know, not being paid right, and you know, like, compared to the white woman, white man, like, get out of here. So I feel like he said what he said, and that's just my thoughts and opinion on that. And I mean, if you disagree, I respect your opinion, but like, get out of here, you know. Like, it just is what it is, to be honest. And I'm actually quite glad, because I would like to see more movies where, you know, black people are the lead roles, and you know, so he said what he said, and that's just that. So moving on. Next thing I wanted to talk about was Tamar Braxton. And I know y'all probably be like, Tamar Braxton, what did she do? It's like the situation. So y'all know her birthday just passed. And if you didn't know, now you know. Her birthday's in March and it passed. But so her and her sisters and some of like their family members had like this little get together for her birthday. Celebration, whatever you want to call it. They had this thing where they were all together enjoying themselves, right? Except Tamar was not enjoying herself. And I'm gonna put a clip so that way you guys can watch it and then come back to me.
I give out Gucci bags for Christmas.
For birthday.
I'm just saying it's my birthday. I got a pair of sunglasses between 6 girls.
But we talking about birthdays. We're not talking about birthdays.
I'm supposed to be in my feeling. I didn't get a balloon. I don't like balloons. I'm like Logan. I'm 5. And the inside.
You're getting that.
I got one card.
That's the biggest.
Like we work in the cubicle side by side together at Save On. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck is going on around? Like, this is not a birthday celebration for me. This is some straight foul fuck bullshit that nobody put no thought into. And I'm supposed to be in my feelings because you guys are my sisters and my family. And if I don't have the attention from my sisters, who the fuck I'm supposed to get it from?
Listen, but it's not over. It ain't
Oh.
levels.
I don't want to be I don't want to be in a hot air balloon with 7 people. That does not sound amazing. I'm afraid of heights. Everybody know that. Ray Charles can see that.
I didn't know it's right right now. I didn't know that's a right this moment. We're all going to enjoy it and love it. Very I'm just saying, I think that is amazing. We're here, we're all together, and we're having fun, and we're drinking wine. What's better than wine?
Nothing is better.
Well,
Maybe champagne.
but all I'm saying is that this is an amazing moment for all of us to be together. We hadn't been together like this, having fun in a long time.
That's very special. You're all here. You are absolutely one of the most special, unique.
In that you kind of see that she was a little bit upset because, you know, she was saying like, oh, I give out Gucci bags for Christmas, and you know, all I've gotten was a pair of sunglasses and a card and whatever else she was saying, and then they were trying to get her to go in a hot air balloon, I believe, and you know, she's like, I'm scared of heights, everyone should know that, and yada yada yada. And then like, if you were paying close attention in her comments, she was commenting some things, and one of her comments had said that he's about to propose to her on my birthday, talking about her sister Trina. This man proposed to Trina on Tamar's birthday at her birthday celebration. And so the question that was proposed was, does she have the right to be upset? Should she be upset? Would you be upset? And me personally, yes, I would be very upset. Not necessarily at the fact that I got sunglasses and a card when I give out Gucci bags for Christmas, because, you know what I'm saying, that's just one of those things where you have to just kind of realize, you know, maybe you're just showing out too much, you know, when people don't, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, when people don't meet on that level with you, you know what I'm saying? It's just that thing where you have to, okay, peaked, and you know, you get what you put out, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's my whole idea about that, is that, one, I would be grateful for anything that I got, but I do understand that with their like standing and the fact that, you know, they are a pretty wealthy family, pretty wealthy group of sisters, and such. I could see why she was like upset. It's not like a thing where, you know, like, oh, I couldn't afford to get you something more or anything like that. So I kind of get what she was saying, but at the same time, me on that part, I would be appreciative of whatever it was that I got. And also you could hear, I think it was Tony in the background saying, you know, you should be happy that we're all here together. This is the first time that we've all been here together in a long time, and I completely agree with that. But what would have sent me over the edge is your man proposing at something that's for me. That I feel like that's a no-go. That's just like those videos that I see of the people proposing at their friend's wedding. Like, I feel like that's so weird. And I mean, if you got your friend's blessing to do that, whatever, y'all do y'all. But I feel like, no, it's a no-go. And it's not even to be like selfish or self-centered or anything like that. It's just that the fact that you, and to what it seems like to me, is that no one even ran that across a Tamar. So it's kind of just like y'all were taking things from her, you know what I'm saying, slowly but surely. This is her day, this is her birthday, this is her birthday celebration. You guys are all together. I'm sure that that was important to her and things like that. And then slowly you guys are doing all of these things that you know, the gifts, the hot air balloon. Then boom, your man's gonna propose at my celebration. So I feel like, yeah, she was, it was justified for her to be upset, because I would have been upset, and I feel like anyone in their right mind would have been upset. Like, just imagine you in her shoes, you know what I'm saying? This is your birthday celebration. You're already kind of like to that point where you're just like, wow, it kind of seems like no one cares, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever type of feeling it is, you know, you're upset, you're mad, you're sad, whatever. And then boom, your man's proposing at my celebration when I'm already having a bad day. Like, it's not like my man's proposing to me, I'm watching you get proposed to, you know? And I feel like that definitely takes, because now it started as my day, started as me, which that might sound selfish, but on your birthday, of course you want it to be all about you, and it should be all about you because it's your birthday. Like, boom, celebrate another year, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then now it's pulled over to boom, you guys. And I feel like that had to feel kind of like embarrassing too, almost. But that's just my opinion on that. I would be very upset if my sister's man proposed to her at my birthday celebration, or at my wedding, or at my, you know, especially like without my blessing on that first, like to do it at that moment in time. Like, that was just very inconsiderate, I think. And yeah, so the last thing that I want to talk about was this whole Cardi B situation, because I've seen like a lot of mixed opinions on this as well, with like the other two examples, well, the other two topics, I should say. So I'll also put the video, if I can find it again, of what I'm talking about, and then we'll come back.
When I feel like niggas is bugging, cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga.
So, a video of her from 3 years ago has like resurfaced on the internet of her admitting to drugging and robbing men, and people are having like lots of mixed feelings about it. Like, some people are like very upset, like, you know, this, and then other people are like, oh, that's her past, let it go, and woo, she had to do what she had to do to survive, and yada. And I can definitely see that. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things that people have to do to survive. One, my thing is, and I feel like this is a lot of people who are on this side are kind of like, this is their main argument, is that if that was a man, you know what I'm saying, a video of a man that had resurfaced, and he was saying that so many people would have been down his throat, so many people would have been, you know, calling him all types of rapists and just all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying. But the fact that it's a female it's almost like she gets a pass. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're probably like, oh, you're a female, you should do. But no, I feel like what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And granted, you know, that is her past, but still doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she had went online, even though it was 3 years ago, but had even went online and said those things. I feel like you don't know where your life could end up. People really do need to watch the things that they are saying on the internet, because it never goes away. And especially, you know, at a moment like this where she's at this peak in her career, you know what I'm saying? She's happy within her household, she has her child and everything like that, and then boom, here's this. And that could potentially just like take away from a lot of the good things that you are doing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, the whole Bill Cosby situation where it was alleged that he was drugging women and doing this and doing that. Look where he is now. You know what I'm saying? The whole R. Kelly ordeal, and you know, he's not sitting in prison, but you get what I'm saying? And so like, I feel like it's kind of just like, But I also do understand the perspective of her having to do what she had to do to survive, because a lot of people are out here doing what they have to do to survive. But I feel like I also understand how she was saying, and I'll put a screenshot of it if it's still there, that, you know, these rappers and things like that glorify like the robbing and the gun violence and everything like that, but it was something that she never did like glorify within her music or anything like that. She was just saying the things that she had to do to survive. So I understand that as well. I also get the aspect that you know, it was men that were kind of like coming up to her in that sense, like, hey, I want to do this, and you know, obviously she wasn't down, but still the fact that you seek the opportunity to drug the men and then rob them makes that very wrong. And so I kind of have like a lot of mixed opinions on that, so let me know what you guys think, but all in all, I do think that it was wrong, and I do definitely think that if it was reversed, where this was a male, it would be a whole lot, like he would be being just bashed and ridiculed by so many people, and so you can't, you know what I'm saying, you have to hold the same standards for everybody. And that, I think that that's what makes it hard for people, is that a lot of people don't know how to do that. You take the Rick Ross, for example, his lines, and I'll insert them.
I die over these Reeboks, you ain't even know it. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it. Got a
you know, he was getting bashed for that, like a lot of people were upset, and these were just lyrics. We were talking about that last night. These were just lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him going on live saying like, yes, I've done this, I've done that. They were just lyrics. Doesn't mean that it's not something that he's done before, but you know what I'm saying? And he was, so I feel like people have to hold the same standard. That's just my brief opinion on that. I get both sides, but at the same time, you have to hold her accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You know, my roommate was saying today, you know, that could be somebody's cousin, you know, that you did that to, and now, you know, they might be upset, like, oh, so that was, you know, like all sorts of things. And so it shouldn't have been said online, period. And if she feels like that was something that she had to do to survive, it shouldn't have been said online, honestly. You know, some parts of your story you really do have to keep to yourself, especially when it's breaking the law. But that's just my opinion. I still like her music. I still like her. It was just wrong. But yeah, let me know your guys' opinions in the comments down below. Let's talk about these. Do you think that Jordan Peele is right for saying that he doesn't plan to cast a white lead because he's seen that movie before? Do you think that Tamar was justified for being angry at her birthday celebration that Trina was proposed to? And do you think that Cardi B is right or wrong, and should she be held accountable? Let me know, and until further ado, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and yeah, peace, love, and hubris.
Come on. Chill. Put your glass in the air. Let your hair flow everywhere. It's the anthem of the year.